A local nonprofit is helping parents care for their newborn babies. That nonprofit is called Miracle Babies. Maybe some of you are familiar with it. And co-chairs of the Miracle Babies upcoming fundraising event is Dr. Mona Hacker and Ms. Valerie Robbins, and they are on the show this morning. There they are to talk to us about the work being done with Miracle Babies, helping out so many families in need. Good morning, ladies. Nice to have you on.
Good morning. Thank you.
Good morning.
Good morning. Miracle Babies, local nonprofit helping so many families. Dr. Hacker, let me start with you. Interesting to talk to you on a whole nother level here. But this organization, right, is so important to you. Why do you care about Miracle Babies? Why does this touch your heart?
Miracle Babies is an amazing organization started right here in San Diego that is really near and dear to my heart. And what it is a nonprofit organization that's supporting the families of babies that are in the neonatal ICU, or the NICU as we call it. And it's just an organization that really looks at, and what we love as doctors to see, are things that help people, that provide better health outcomes. We know with those babies in the NICU that the more interaction that they have with their families, the kangaroo care, the skin-to-skin care, the more breastfeeding that they can get, the more interaction that they can have with their families, the better their health outcomes are going to be for the future, for education, for all of their developmental phases. And Dr. Sean Donishman, who's a dear friend of mine and Valerie's, realized as a perinatologist that so many families had so many barriers to this interaction, financial barriers, transportation barriers. So Miracle Babies is an organization that supports these families, helps them with financial needs, helps them with emotional things, and also helps with transportation so that these families can be united with these babies, which is so, so important for everyone involved. And their tagline, which I love, is "Together for a Better Beginning." And that's what it's all about.
Yeah, I understand Dr. Danishman, I believe that's how you pronounce the name, is an OBGYN. So this is a physician who knows exactly what families are going through when a baby is born and needs to go straight to the NICU. I mean, how terrifying is that? And so here's this wonderful organization that is helping families kind of deal with the situation in however they need the help. Valerie, let me get you into the conversation. Tell me a little bit about your role in regards to Miracle Babies.
Well, this year, Mona and I are sharing the Breakfast at Tiffany's event, which we're so excited to be able to have this year. We really weren't expecting that we could have an in-person event, but given that things have changed a bit, we are now able to have a fabulous 100-person private event at La Valencia. To support the children, the babies is really what we're here for. How I got involved originally years ago when my 11-year-old was born premature, 6 weeks premature. He was in the NICU. And I realized there was a need. We looked around and the families really needed to be there with their babies. And the founders are dear friends of ours, as Mona mentioned. I went to law school with the founder, Majan Donishment, and so I got involved because there's a need. The families need to be with the babies.
Yeah, and I love the fact that you're sharing that you experienced this with your own child, who, by the way, is now 11. But what is that like for a parent? I mean, I can imagine you just not only being, so concerned, but that time where, perhaps you're not even able to see your child. I mean, what do you do? How does Miracle Babies step in and help the family? Like how does that, what does that look like?
So what a new, really important program they've started is the transportation program. Many people with children in the NICU, they may not have cars, they may not have the money to get, Uber to get to the hospital, and it's imperative that the mother is with that baby during that time. So what Miracle Babies has done is they've set up a transportation system, and what our particular event this year is going to be sponsoring is the cardiac shuttle. I'm sure Dr. Hacker can speak more to this, but more children are born with cardiac congenital heart defects issues than any other, I guess, or any other defects. So what this shuttle will do, provide transportation for the babies and their families to get to Rabies Children's Hospital, to get the care that they need, and so they don't have to worry about that aspect, because transportation can be extremely expensive. They also provide psychological support. They have counseling groups for the parents that have children in the NICU. And oh my gosh, that
I mean,
helps.
that's just the beginning, right? I mean, the transportation, the emotional support, and it goes on and on. Thank you for sharing that. And this is why holding these fundraising events are so important, is because this is one way people can get involved and help raise money so that these programs and these things can continue. And what a fancy event. I'm loving it. Tiff, you call it the annual Breakfast at Tiffany's, which takes place on a Wednesday, May 26th, La Valencia Hotel. It sounds great. 10 a.m. to 1:30. It includes a cocktail reception, a brunch, an exciting program. I guess right now, ladies, is the time for people to register and secure a spot, right? What is the website, Dr. Hacker, that people can go to get you make their reservation, if you will?
The website is miraclebabies.org, and you can go to Breakfast at Tiffany's and click on the link, and it'll take you through, and you can get your ticket, and we hope to see you there. It is my favorite event of the year. It is, you get to channel your inner Audrey Hepburn, which who doesn't want to do that? It's such a good time.
Yeah.
And you can hear more about what they're doing this year, which is so important that we get that heart shuttle, as Valerie mentioned, for all those families that need to shuttle these babies with these cardiac congenital heart defects back and forth for weekly, bi-weekly visits, and they can't do it. And we don't want these babies to have that barrier for their future. So it's just so important. But the event itself is a good time and a lot of fun. And we're so happy that we can follow the COVID guidelines at the event and have an event in person. That's just such a gift to Miracle Babies this year that we can do that.
That is great. All right, ladies, miraclebabies.org is the website. Go there, reserve a spot, or just donate if you can't make it to Breakfast at Tiffany's. And ladies, thank you so much for sharing the information about the organization and details about what it is like for a family who is experiencing a really challenging time. We will talk to you soon, and we'll remind our viewers and our friends at home as we go along here, because we still have about a week and a half to go. So there is still plenty of time to get those tickets. Thank you, Dr. Rhoda Hacker and Valerie Robbins, co-chairs of Miracle Circle members. That's the auxiliary, the Miracle Circle auxiliary set up to help out Miracle Babies. Thanks, ladies.
Thank you.
Great to see you. Thank you.
Take care.